1-0.
That's us just arrived in France, straight off the Eurotunnel. If you've never done it before, it's a piece of cake. Ride on, sit on the floor, ride off. It takes you about 20 minutes. Really is an easy way to travel to France, or back home again if you've been abroad. We're out on the new 2017 X-MAX 400. It's priced at $5,999, which puts it about $1,000 more than the X-MAX 300 and about $4,000 less than the class-leading T-Max. So far so good. The new one, it comes with ABS and traction control. Obviously it's Euro 4 spec. It makes 2 brake horsepower more than the old model and 2 Newton meters of torque extra as well. It also weighs 5 kilos less than the existing model. That weight's been saved in a few places. There's 3 kilos off the chassis and another 2 kilos here and there. A lighter weight alternator thanks to the LED lighting all around. It's a keyless ignition on this, so you have a little fob that goes in your pocket. Once close to the scooter, you can turn the ignition or the dial to whatever you need. Open the central fuel filler flap. Pretty much do what you want. Ergonomically, the X-MAX has 2 positions for the handlebars. It can be adjusted by about 20mm just by rotating the, you have to take this bit of plastic off and rotate the clamp. Just gives you a bit of flexibility. The screen as well, that can be higher or lowered. You just need a tool to do it. It's not something you can do on the move. Noticed at motorway speeds there's a bit of buffeting off the screen in this position. I'd like to try it in the eye position tomorrow if I can, see if it improves that. There's also a sports screen available. In fact, there's 30 different accessories in the Yamaha catalogue. As the scooter's been developed, they've been developing accessories at the same time, which makes quite a lot of sense. Stuff like acropovic exhaust, styling bits and bobs, floor plates, different screen, top box, sports pack. You've got a mode button on your right hand thumb which flicks between all the various functions. 17 degrees outside at the minute. Battery condition, that's showing that the traction control's on. I've not actually felt the traction control cut in on this yet, but it's been dry and we've not really had a proper chance to give it some dodgy ground yet. Average miles per gallon, even though I've been riding 8 miles an hour quite a bit today, is 63.7, which you can't really grumble about. From a road holding point of view, it's pretty good, as you can see. Going around this bend at 70, a bit of buffeting, if you can hear that on the camera, I'm not sure. But it holds a good line and has plenty more left. I noticed there's a little bit of engine vibration after 70 miles an hour. Nothing to bother you too much, it's there. It lets you know that the engine's working, but it could be a little bit smoother. Don't let that put you off though. Security wise, there's not really any extra features other than the proximity sensor, but that won't stop the scooter running, unfortunately. So if you were scooter jacked, then they'd just be able to ride off on it, just not be able to start it again afterwards. Would have been nice if that could have had some sort of remote cutout function. Let's see how this accelerates then. We're doing 30-40 mile an hour, 40, open the throttle, and it does accelerate quite well. One interesting thing we picked up at the press conference is that Yamaha don't really class this as a maxi scooter, although it's 400cc. This fits in with the Suzuki Bergman Peugeot Beverly 350. It's aimed really at the kind of rider who lives maybe just outside London or a big city, needs to do a bit of dual carriageway going to work, and they need something that's substantial enough to do M25 or big motorways if they need to. Got a bit of poke, a bit of presence, but they're the sort of customer who probably don't want to spend 10 grand or more on a new T-Max. So you're saving 4 grand over the cost of your bike. You've still got something that'll do probably close to 90 mile an hour. Looks good, and that's pretty much all you need. That same sort of customer would probably be paying 35 or 40 quid a day on a train. So you can soon recoup your costs on a purchase price of a bike if you're a serious commuter. If you're somebody who's wanting a bit of weekend fun, using it for leisure as well as commuting, then maybe T-Max rather than a second car is a better bet. After all, it's king of the sports scooter.
Mama Stanley! Do you know Stanley? Mama Stanley!
One useful extra on the X-MAX is the heated grips. They just look like ordinary handlebar grip, but you can see here they've got a touch control. Touch it once, comes on. You've got 3 positions of heat. It's 134 quid though, so it's not cheap, but it does look a lot nicer than the ordinary aftermarket ones you'd buy, and they're toasty as well. We filled it up for the first time this morning at 150 miles, and I've got 1 bar left on my fuel gauge, so we'd be riding quite quick as well, so you could probably stretch that to about 175, 180 miles I would have thought, if you're taking it a bit steadier. The traction control on this is a lot nicer than the system on the Piaggio's. It's not intrusive at all, and there's times today where I've been feeling like I've been giving it some in damp conditions and not really felt it coming, although I'm pretty sure it was doing, whereas the Piaggio's quite aggressive as it comes in. You certainly know it's happening. Plus power straight away. This is a bit more progressive and not as noticeable, but it works. Must say I've quite enjoyed it riding the X-MAX. It's made to be, as I said before, it's made to be as in between the 300cc and the T-Max 530. It's shorter wheelbase, it's lighter, easier to manage. You can back it out of a parking space quite easy, put it on the stand really easily. That bit of weight does make a difference, so it just makes it a bit easy to live with on a day-to-day basis. Power wise, I don't think you're really sacrificing too much. Yeah, if you're going to be doing 110 mile an hour every day, then yeah, you might want T-Max. If you're just pootling about and 90 mile an hour is enough, then I think the X-MAX 400 is a good choice. Plus you're saving over £4,000, which is a little bit different. By the time I get home, I've probably done 500 miles on this. I'm going to take it home. I've also got another trip to London this week on it, so that's another 300 mile day. So I should be getting some decent mileage. It handles well as well. You can throw it about a bit. Michelin City Grip tyres handle really well. Plenty of grip even in the wet this morning. I never had any problems with it, but certainly grippy enough in the dry or wet. Good all round tyre really, pardon the pun. Fantastic brakes on this as well with the twin discs up front. There's loads of power in the front. rear brake as well. Cues that on its own. The brakes are independent on this, which is good. Same with the traction control. Doesn't really interfere with your riding at all, which is how you want these new gadgets. You want them there just in the background for if you do need them, rather than taking over riding.
Do you know Stanley? My mate Stanley! Do you know Stanley? My mate Stanley! Stanley's always thirsty. This Richard wants you shine. Feel his kiss on the breast. Drink your currant wine. Do you know Stanley?
Like all big scooters, you could have some fun on these. They're not just for getting to work and back, and they're a lot more usable than most bikes. You can just jump on one and have some good fun.
He's ready for war! Do you know Stanley? My mate Stanley! Do you know Stanley?
They make some wicked slip road to
My mate Stanley!